Hey everybody, in a minute you will be watching the interview with Dr. Gisela. We did have a little bit of technical issues because her internet connection wasn't great. So I'm just letting you know that right now. It'll start out with a video of her, and there will be a little bit of breaking up, and then we move later to just a picture of her without the video streaming so that you can hear the audio better. So just wanted to let you know that we know that there was some technical issues with it, but still a lot of great information. So I hope that you watch it, and I'm sure you'll get a lot out of it. Thank you. So, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being with us today. Today, I am really honored to be speaking with Dr. Gisela, and she is actually one of our course collaborators. She has a course on mistletoe therapy, which we'll get into here in a bit, because a lot of people I think aren't really familiar with that technique. But first, just tell us a little bit about your background. What made you decide to become a veterinarian, and then why did you go into holistic veterinary medicine?
Yeah, so it's a pleasure in first place to be here. I love sharing my passion. So it's always a very nice opportunity to be here with all of you. So my background is started in my childhood, really. I was that kind of kid that had compassion, empathy, and compassion for animals. Um, Very early in life, I knew that I would like to work with animals. So I'm very grateful that I'm here in this place today and being able to share what we learn. It's a very important part of the work.
Great.
So.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you here. So, what made you decide to be more holistic oriented? What got you more into holistic medicine?
So that also started very, very early in my life. With myself, when I was a teenager, I had my first experience going to a homeopathic physician for myself, and I just love it and found so interesting having something natural and a different way to think the disease. And when I studied the veterinary medicine, I knew before I finished the vet school that I wanted to work with natural medicine, and that never changed. And I think since you get your mind in a different way to the disease and how you can work with, it's a no way uh, way to go back in the thinking. So we learn how a different way to see the disease and the process of healing.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah, so where are you from
so
originally?
then I finished vet school and started working in homeopathic and never stop it.
Yeah, so tell our viewers where are you from originally?
I'm from Brazil.
Awesome, but you're practicing in Canada now, is that correct?
Uh, yeah.
Okay, very cool. Just tell me a little bit again about how you got started with the mistletoe therapy.
So I started the Mistletoe Therapy about 25 years ago when I first heard about it, the mistletoe. That was because I was working in the veterinary hospital of the University of São Paulo back in Brazil, finishing my project for the homeopathic medicine course. Our veterinarians from the hospital start to send me all the oncologic complicated cases to see if I could do anything else for those animals. And I see still today that's common for us when we work with some integrative medicine. the regular vets will send us the cases that they don't have more resources to work with. And there started my journey, researching and trying to learn what else we could do for those animals, because it's a real challenging still today to work with oncological cases. And it's why I'm so passionate about the Mistletoe, because it's really a tool that is important for us to learn about it and use every time that we can.
Yeah, definitely. So, did you find that certain types of cancer would respond better to the mistletoe treatments?
Well, the Mistletoe treatment can be used in any kind of tumor. Uh, really will depends on how to work with that animal. If it's combined with surgery, how is this animal uh, overall conditions before starting.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely makes
Um,
sense.
but it's I can I I can say that it really helps with quality of life, and that's very important for any kind of um, tumor therapy.
So you would recommend using it with other conventional forms of treatments as well?
Yes, we can use the Mistletoe as a single therapy, or we can use combine it with regular chemotherapy, with surgery, with any kind of holistic treatment as well. It's only about to know how to use in a different way. It's a different protocol for each case, but we can use, depends on of what we need.
Okay. So what made you decide to do a course on mistletoe therapy?
The course for me, it's really about a call for share. I think I am in this path of my work that I understand that sharing is very important. Working one on one, it's great. It's very important as well. But when you think, when you're sharing the knowledge, it's kind of a mission for me, because what's the value what we learn for all those years studying and practicing if we cannot share? And the power of sharing, it's so amazing, because I'm sharing what I learned, what I worked with, and this can be just multiplied for many other professionals, and how many animals can benefit. For me, that's amazing. That's a big deal. So I'm really grateful for sharing.
Yeah, definitely. That was definitely a big deal for me too when I put my courses online, just seeing how many more people I could reach and through that helping, an abundance of animals that I wouldn't be able to get to on my own. So it's pretty cool how that works. So are you getting feedback from people who have learned now through your course or through lectures that you've done about mistletoe therapy, how they've integrated it into their practice and the results that they're getting?
Yes, I also work one-on-one with the holistic vets when they want to. So with the course, any veterinarian can understand how the therapy works, what's the guidelines. Even a regular veterinarian can understand, because it's a very organized information. So I think that's the big good thing from the course. You can get it the basic to understand how to use, how that works, and what you can expect from uh, each way to work with the mistletoe. And then, of course, comes the practice. Each one will have your own experience, because even though we have all this guideline, it's a customized work because it's a holistic medicine. So each animal is different. We need to learn how to choose what kind of mistletoe to use for that animal, for that disease, for the time of the development of the tumor when you start. So all those things will come with experience. But I have a very good feedback from people that I are working with, and also from the pet owners.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
if in case we have some pet owners here listen to us, I think that's very important to have the information that the mistletoe exists, that the mistletoe is an option, and they should ask for their veterinarians about it. Um, Try to learn about it, because it's something else that can be used and can benefit the animals.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So if we have viewers listening right now and they have an animal that's dealing with some type of cancer, what would you recommend to them as far as learning more about mistletoe therapy or trying to educate their veterinarian on it?
Well, first they can look for the blog um, from the holistic
Yes, yeah, we have the blog up.
studies,
It's yeah, holistic animal
and
studies .net right now is where it's at, and we do have a blog that explains mistletoe therapy.
then they can learn what is the mistletoe. Even though the mistletoe is used in human medicine for more than 100 years, it is still not very known in the veterinarian medicine. But the information is there. It's accessible for anyone, so they can learn about it and they can ask for their veterinarian, and the veterinarian can just reach out for us and understand and learn as well and use it.
Yeah, definitely. So what would your recommendation be then to veterinarians who are watching this? Why should they take this course and how could it benefit their practice?
Well, first, it's a one more tool to work with oncologic cases, and we all need more tools, and we will always will need more tools dealing with cancer. And what is more interesting on the mistletoe is that you having the same plant an effect on the immune system, very needed in any kind of tumor. And you also will have an effect on the cancer cells, on apoptosis. Will also, there is a cytotoxic effect. There is a DNA protection effect from the mistletoe. Um, there is an adaptogen effect as well. And you can see those effects in practice. You can see how the animals shows the benefit. Um, Usually you see the quality of life, on increasing appetite, on less sensitivity to the pain, all those things that will bring that animal in a better condition. And then will also depend if you are working combined with the chemotherapy, but usually you see improvement on the quality of life just to start.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that would definitely be something that I think most veterinarians would want to incorporate into their practice. So now you mentioned that if veterinarians want to take the course and they feel like they need some extra guidance, that you can do that for them. So do you go to their practice or do you do this through like phone calls or Zoom calls? How do you give them that extra guidance to incorporate it into their practice?
Usually I work online. First, I have an assessment from all the history of the animal. I get all the records, medical records, because each case is unique. And then we have an appointment. We discuss the case. I am available for them for all questions. And if they want to work together in partnership, I have the follow-up, close follow-up with them, like weekly. And I also offer support for the pet owners as well. That depends how they want to work. But usually it's how I offer the service. And what I have been aside with the knowledge and the therapy, I have been uh, working each time more, giving emotional support for the pet owners because it's really a journey. And as we are holistic practitioners, we understand that everything is important for giving comfort in this time. It's not just throwing the technique and get it done. We understand that pets are part of the families, and so we work together with them from the beginning to what they need to go through and be happy what we have to offer. It's a learning. It's a beautiful journey of learning with them.
Yeah, that's great. And that's awesome that you're able to provide that support both to the vets and to the animal owners. I'm sure that they really appreciate that. So, is there anything else that you want our viewers to know about either mistletoe therapy or anything else that you're working on? And also, if they want to learn more about you or follow what you're doing, where can they find you?
So my business is called naturespet.ca, and I am here for them, whatever they want to know, they want to learn about it, any questions, I'm more than happy to share.
Okay, great. Yeah, and I'll put a link in this video as well to your course that's through our platform, and I'll also maybe put a link to your website so they can find you as well. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you talking with us today, and definitely some interesting stuff that I think a lot of pet owners were not aware of. So I think it's great that they now know about mistletoe therapy and you know what how their animals can benefit from it. So thank you so much. It's just been great talking to you.
Thank you. That's very good. Thank you so much.